Thank you, everybody, for coming to the Aaron Torres Podcast YouTube page. If you could do me a quick favor, see that little subscribe button at the bottom of your screen? Go ahead, click that subscribe button. Really does help our channel grow, our audience grow, and I really do appreciate it more than you know. So click that subscribe button. Appreciate your support. Now, here's the video that you came here for. Every time I turn on the TV, this is I don't want to say it's the only thing that matters in the NFL. It's certainly the most interesting story right now in the NFL preseason. It is Shedeur Sanders, Cleveland Browns, preseason game week 1. What does it all mean? What does it not mean? I think we've gotten a few interesting updates since the last time we talked on this show. Now, for people who missed Sunday night's show, let me just be quick on where I stand on this whole Shedeur thing, okay? One, I've been a Shedeur believer. I'm sorry, you complete 74% of your passes. You're the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. You're not a schlub. You're not a nobody, okay? And so to me, I never really understood the fall in the draft. And what I would also say is that, was excellent in that preseason game. 14 of 23 passing, 2 touchdowns. I loved the way that he kind of controlled the game, okay? He said coming out of the game, I wasn't nervous. You're not nervous when you have the answers to the test. I felt like I was prepared, and that's what he looked like. I liked how it wasn't just the 2 touchdown passes. It was that he was in control. He kind of just, I don't want to say made the perfect play every time. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, when he needed to check down, he checked down the guys. When he needed to take off, he picked up big plays with his feet. When he needed to put the ball into tight windows, he put the ball into tight windows. And so overall, I thought it was important that he did that and that he put it on tape in the preseason. And I said that on Sunday, and I still stand by it. I had a lot of people, it's the preseason, it means nothing. I'm sorry, it does. And here's why. When you're a 5th-round pick, anytime you get a chance, it means something. Now, should Shedeur have been a 5th-round pick? That's another conversation for another day. But he was. And the bottom line is every 5th-round pick does not get a chance. And certainly, every 5th-round pick does not get a chance on a team that at some point this year is probably going to need a starting quarterback, okay? It'd be one thing if Shedeur was the backup or 3rd string or 4th string with the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, as long as Patrick Mahomes is healthy, Patrick Mahomes is playing, right? It'd be one thing if this happened with the Green Bay Packers. As long as Jordan Love is healthy, Jordan Love is playing. So the point I'm trying to make, and you could go through all the teams, right? Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams, Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, whatever. There's a lot of teams that you could be awesome as a 5th-round pick, and it doesn't matter. But it does matter with the Cleveland Browns because they don't have the quarterback, I believe, even of the present on their roster, let alone the future. Sean Watson's hurt. Joe Flacco's 40. Kenny Pickett, I'm sorry. I've seen enough Kenny Pickett to last a lifetime. Dylan Gabriel, a little bit small and banged up. So it did matter for Shedeur Sanders. With that said, let's get to the news that I saw on Monday because I think this is noteworthy, especially for everyone that says that it didn't mean anything. Matt, I'm going to do this a little bit out of order. Let's get the PFF tweet up first because I saw this fact and I thought it was interesting. This is from The Dogs podcast, a Cleveland Browns podcast, and it said, notable rookie quarterbacks and their PFF grades from week 1 of the preseason, first action against an opposing team. Guess which quarterback had the highest PFF grade after week 1 of the preseason? It was Shedeur Sanders. And after Jackson Dart, it was Shedeur Sanders and Jackson Dart by a pretty significant, margin. Okay. So a couple things. You could say that means nothing. Okay. One, I would just vehemently disagree with you because to the point of the tweet, this is against another team, another competition. And the thing with Shedeur, Matt, you could drop that tweet. I appreciate it. The thing with Shedeur, he got real playing time. Okay. He played almost 3 full quarters. And so it'd be one thing if he played a series, threw a touchdown, came out, and then it's like, whatever. The sample size is minimal. Now, the sample size is still small, but it's not as small as you would think it is when you play 3 quarters. I think the other thing that's worth noting, a lot of those guys on that list that did not play well had a significant amount of playing time as well. Jackson Dart played basically the entire first half of his preseason debut. Okay. So it's not like Jackson Dart played 1 series and wasn't as good as Shedeur over 3 or 4. No. Jackson Dart played basically the entire first half, was not very good. Jalen Milroe played the entire second half with the Seattle Seahawks. Respectful to Jalen Milroe, similar time frame. He was playing with backups just like Shedeur was playing with backups. He was playing against backups just like Shedeur was playing with backups. It matters. It matters what Shedeur did relative to his contemporaries. Cam Ward's probably the one exception because Cam Ward only played a series or two. By the way, Tyler Shuck, never understood the Tyler Shuck decision to draft him where you did. I'm sorry. 25, 26-year-old rookie quarterback who played 7 years of college football, had one half-decent season in his final year. I'm sorry. Never really made sense to me. But I just bring it up to very simply say, by the way, Tyler Shuck, I should mention, threw 22 passes in his preseason debut. So much like Shedeur Sanders, these are all guys that got ample opportunity in their preseason games, and Shedeur was the best out of all of them. And so don't tell me that it meant nothing, because it meant something. Did it mean everything? No. Do we need to put him in the Hall of Fame? Not yet. Maybe never. But you can't tell me that it meant absolutely nothing, okay? The other thing I'll say this, Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry, they're trying to play it cool, and they're trying to act like it doesn't matter, and it's just one game. I saw this thing where, they released the depth chart for week 2, and Shedeur is back with the 5th string or 4th string or whatever, behind Joe Flacco, behind Dylan Gabriel, behind Kenny Pickett. Well, the one thing that I can tell you, people in Cleveland care, okay? One, we talked about this. I thought it was interesting. I've never seen a 5th-round pick in his rookie debut have fans in the stands wearing their jersey. Now, again, Tom Brady is 7th-round pick. Brock Purdy is 7th-round pick. Yeah, when it's year 3 and they're awesome, that's different. Shedeur had people in the stands wearing Shedeur jerseys. And oh, by the way, it was the visiting venue in Carolina where maybe it was just the TV cameras. Looked like there were more Shedeur jerseys there than there were Bryce Young jerseys. But I bring it up because I saw another interesting note on the TV rating. This was, you could pop up the TV rating note, Matt. This is from Jay Black. By the way, this was confirmed by Grok because I wanted to make sure this was accurate. But it said that Shedeur's TV debut with the Browns, 2.237 million viewers on NFL Network. The game, a 0.61 rating, making it the highest ranked program across both cable and broadcast television that night. I saw some stat. I think it was like 49% of all TVs in Cleveland the night of Shedeur's debut were tuned into that game. And so to me, again, this is all stuff that matters because Kevin Stefanski can say whatever he wants. He can play it cool. He can whatever. This is clearly what the people of Cleveland want. And it clearly matters because against his contemporaries, against his peers, Jackson Dart, who's probably going to get significant snaps for the New York Giants this year, Jalen Milroe, who's probably going to play to some degree for the Seahawks this year, depending on Sam Darnold. Like, Shedeur was as good as any of them. And so we can keep pretending that it doesn't matter. We can keep pretending that he's 5th string. I'm just here to tell you, every metric to me matters. And again, I think it matters specifically for Shedeur because he is in a place where there is going to be an opportunity for someone to play quarterback this year. Joe Flacco is 40 years old. He's not playing 17 games. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's just not happening. It's just not, okay? So what happens if Joe Flacco goes down? What if he tweaks an ankle? He's 40 years old. It's going to happen at some point. You have to have somebody ready to go. You have to have somebody that's proven. And again, Stefanski can say all this and do all this and put him on 5th on the depth chart, whatever. I'm just here to tell you, Shedeur looked very good on Friday night. The stats back it up. Highest graded rookie according to PFF. So we'll see what happens going forward. But, we got to keep talking Shedeur. It's the biggest story in sports right now. And I said this the other night. We're not really an NFL show. So don't worry. You're not going to tune into this pod on a Wednesday, and I'm going to be breaking down the 2 deep of the Cincinnati Bengals or anything. But Shedeur is the biggest story in sports right now, and I felt like we should at least talk about it. And, oh, by the way, I'd also add this. If you are a Colorado fan, maybe you're a Shedeur fan who kind of found him at Colorado, we have a Torres-specific Colorado page, Torres on CU, for all your late-breaking Colorado news. Torres on CU for all your late breaking Colorado news.